He is breaking from further outside like most of the players. He's hit these perfect, caught the lower side of the 8. He's not going to get a shot on the blue too, and he's elevated over the pink ball.
They each have one extension to that shot clock per rack, and Ping Chung just used his as he gets the pot.
You can see the spin. Wow.
Wow.
He did not have a lot of...
Oh, and one thing that I love is the simplicity that he looks like he has when he's running around the table. It just looks effortless. I know it's...
in the perfect spot for the next one. Oh, that's a nice break. I do like the way he's hitting the...
Carl, when you've got this slippery cloth and the lights, you notice how it killed right there, right? He'd like to have had a lot more range. Another. Wow, very.
You need that time when there's still more balls on the table early in a rack to consider your options. Later on in every rack, typically the shots are more straightforward.
Might have overrun the mark just a hair. This is laying natural. Boy, he sure makes it look natural. He doesn't want
champion.
Let's do it
together.
Well, there's also a third brother that's with him who's also a tidy player, just not quite won the events that, you know.
Do you know the age of the third brother? He's much younger, right?
Yeah, he's the younger. Co-practicing together, watching each other's games.
Ooh, that is nice. Note the pink 4. He's close enough, though, that he can do that without a problem. I think it's almost natural. Now, he still played a little stunned, but this is why he's steeper. But he's okay here because he can come out 2 rails now past the 7.
The cue ball, like Scott says, a couple of rails back out.
I think he wanted to get a bit...
He's very good at this type of shot. Watch how he kills the cue ball. You see?
Wow.
Really good at that.
Great call, Carl. What a hit that is.
Quite a wide tip and all, like over 30 mil, you can see.
I noticed this, but they don't make it look like a thick tip, but it is.
Take note how high this man's tip is. We'll get a look at some point.
Closing in on a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, and you can see it there, Carl. He has basically a full tip. And I'd really like to ask him a couple questions about that at some point.
Ping Chung has run
in Hanoi competing in the inaugural. Co's been breaking well.
Yeah, we really haven't seen anything of Yapp. And speaking of Co breaking well, this is dressed up beautifully. Constantly working on the break. It's the most important shot of the game.
Yeah, I know this is early stages, but 4 racks, which it's looking like, in the way he's breaking.
Like, we haven't seen any of him. He is a cool character. But if you note the body language of Yapp at this moment, a bit crossed off, and that tends to lead to a negative.
Yeah, and with this break format, we don't see many packages run, not like the old days with the 1 ball on the spot where the break was easy.
9 balls become a little bit more like 10 ball when you randomly rack the 2 in different places. Because now you can't play position. I like coming out to the center of the table, but I'm definitely not the one out there. Wow. I think that was a...
Yeah, he did get away with it.
Well, remember, guys, last year when he lost in the semifinals here, he had a lot of unlucky breaks, things that just didn't go his way. But right now, everything is going the way of Ping Chung.
Got a little flick on the purple 5. Does. I don't know if that's going to do it. At the bottom of this ball. That's what he did. I think he's done okay. If it gets a little bounce.
Position before.
And Carl, also remember, yesterday in the quarterfinals, in Ping Chung's win over Max Lechner, he led in that match 5-1. Lechner came back to tie 6-all.
Bad, losing quite heavily. Maybe you could put a 3 or a 4 pack together. Keep your opponent in the chair. What a shot. This is by the way, Frosty.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what he's doing. Wow.
So
yeah, I totally agree, Steve. Seems like a straight assassin.
Yeah, he's angry. Back to back. Semi-finals here, lost last year, doesn't want to lose again.
Challenge ball right now.
Looked like he was going to run away with it, made a couple blunders, and here comes Federer. So you've got to keep the... Yeah, this is a great view of that one ball. Straight into the side. The 2 is going to dress up as the 6 going to clear, and it has.
The centre, leave that nice big angle that he loves. This needs to settle down. It's okay.
Well, that's your...
Well, I think Yapp will be going into the break. 6 down.
I do believe it passes.
Shots, you think it's easy, but he's making it look easy. He had that shot on the 3 ball where he had to thread the needle to get on that 4.
Goes on, or is that something maybe he brought in earlier today? Just a feeling of how...
There you see a great view. The 7 clears without an issue.
Ball 6 from 6 on the break. He's had 3 decent layouts, 3 trick.
He's got half a dozen racks in the...
Can he continue it?
Yes, he can.
Oh my goodness.
Where's the 3 ball going to finish? Listen, I'll tell you what I noticed in the break. Yapp went out on the Ping Chung, 10 racks to 0 in about 60 minutes.
Okay, well, I really like what he did right there. He avoided all traffic.
More time available on the shot clock.
He's aware of the fact that this is probably the shot that wins him the rack. It needs to bounce, and it has.
I like that shot.
But the more I watch him play, and I've been struck by his ability and his style from the sidelines, but now that we've got the best seat in the house, I have to...
He's got to be feeling, well, not too good out there. He's just watching a clinic.
He's got to be thinking, too, that the pressure that's going to be opportunities in the limited times that he may get on the table, the pressure to pull off a shot is going to be immense.
With the lag, I'm afraid. He should have won the lag.
And you hear Jeremy Jones
done.
I agree.
But it's the big out of this world.
I mean, I think that's, what, 8 in a row to the side?
I'm wondering if...
No, I think from up there towards where the purple 5 is.
He's not going to sneak in behind it, no. This needs to bounce a little. Yeah, this is okay.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually quite thin.
Yeah, it sure is.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really thin. It was laying tough, and he was going to have...
Yeah, but snap your hand off if you said the score was 10-10. So maybe that's the target.
Well, he's done well here. I mean, he's done as good as he can do here. Oh my goodness, he's hit this well. Such a difficult shot being elevated over that, and hope you fluke the 6 in or something.
Need some help.
He's made the 8 a little difficult, Steve.
Even this rack seems difficult. He won't clear the table.
You know,
What's the big challenge in that, Scott? Is it just focus, endurance?
yeah,
What's the big key?
I think you said it. I think first...
Well, he's going to play on the 8 ball. He's playing position for the 8 in the bottom right corner.
This is going to get funny.
I don't believe it is. Played off the second rail.
Yeah, give me. The 9 is not frozen. It makes it a lot more difficult. Wow.
Virtually flawless.
I wonder why me?
I believe that's 9 from 9.
Yeah, and this time he's going to come away with little or nothing.
Able and now calls for the push out with no real shot on the 2.
Look at this, Carl. He's pushing to a jump.
Mr. Yapp, your option?
Ko thinking here. Yapp knows Ko's very dangerous with the short stick.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think he's just trying to create distance here, or is he playing the combination?
Oh,
look at this.
Everything is working out for little Ko here. What was Yapp thinking?
At least something good happens for him here. It's not terrible.
He's just playing off the edge. Oh, he is. He's using the 4. Using the pink 4. Used it well.
Yes, he has.
That is a good effort. It really is. That was not far away.
Okay, maybe not. He can get into it.
Yeah, and he's playing this pocket because it offers a slightly bigger pocket. See how he caught the rail? That's the reason he played it in that.
This one needs to be pure as well.
Went
really showing no signs of losing his form here today.
Yapp has shown no emotion in the chair.
Carl, he's done it to others. It won't be the first. And
Scoreboard, you realize the percentages of coming back. What do you tell yourself when you're sitting there in that chair?
I think you tell yourself, come Monday morning, then Yapp will be over in Vietnam for the Hanoi Open, and in a couple of weeks' time, maybe you snap that torn off. That's the beauty of the tour now. There's a lot of events keep getting added to
here. I mean, I know it looks like it's over, but he's still got to win 2 more games.
Well, for some context on just how well Ping Chung is playing, he has had more break
for Yapp, but it never seems like it's a great one. I think this is probably the best opportunity.
You can see splitting the 2-ball and the cue ball. Did he get there?
I believe he's left a gap, and that
has happened once before on tour. I need to get that info. Ping Chung is not.
Wow.
Appreciate the performance they have seen. They've been live here to witness. We've been treated to some phenomenal matches where we've had hills.
I don't care how great you play, that can get the best of you as well.
And what do they always say? The first rack and the last rack being the toughest.
Yeah, there's no doubt. 7.
Even that doesn't come over and land a little straight. You can just pull this ball over. This needs to settle down.
Keep a perfect record. Will he keep a perfect record?
Yeah, this is not easy. But it's in the middle of the pocket, Frosty. Here comes the cue ball. This is to get.
I don't do a lot of this. Hopefully I do in the future, but nobody's seen this. Do you think Federer has heard the buzz?
There it
That
is.
makes it 11 in a row. I don't believe he can make this. You know, make every ball on the table in a race to 11 on 4-inch pockets in the semifinals of an event. Well, here's the problem with this shot. Notice the purple 5 and the pink 4.
Scott says this could throw to the bottom rail. But why would it throw to the bottom rail? It's turned out perfect. He's gonna...
How many is that? Let's figure that out if we can. It's got to be something.
God, you're in the semi-finals with the cup break. No one has done this all week. Made a ball.
I don't know that anybody's done this all century.
And guys, matches we have ever seen.
You know when I said I think it's happened before? I've just been informed of the match. Wu Chia-Ching played Wang Can in the quarterfinals of the US Open. Wang Can got beat 11-0, never made a ball.
Really?
But yes.
For the final.